Survivor Series.
WWE United States Championship match. Benoit versus Chavo Guerrero with Vickie Guerrero. Benoit doesn't wait for the bell, charging in with boots and a slam, followed by an elbow drop. He lands a side backbreaker for a 1 count. Chavo tries to fire back with rights, but Benoit drives him into the corner with uppercuts, knees and headbutts, then delivers a snap suplex for 2. Chavo is overwhelmed early, eating stiff chops and a back elbow from Benoit for another near fall. Benoit keeps control with more knees and strikes, but Chavo claws back with forearms and begins laying the boots to the champion. Off the ropes, Benoit looks for the crossface, but Vickie grabs his leg, allowing Chavo to reach the ropes. Benoit keeps the pressure on, landing a high-angle back suplex for 2. Chavo turns the tide by ramming Benoit shoulder first into the steel post. Chavo follows with an angled back suplex for 2, then targets the arm, looking to neutralize the crossface. Benoit powers out and slams Chavo down. He hits the ropes, but Chavo counters with a drop kick for another 2 count. Chavo continues his assault with boots and uppercuts, but Benoit counters a right hand with a trio of German suplexes. He signals the end and heads up top, but Vickie Guerrero grabs his leg. Benoit kicks her away and flies, but misses. Chavo capitalizes with boots, then heads up top himself. Frog splash connects. No! Benoit kicks out. Vickie and Chavo are livid. Chavo goes for another move, but Benoit counters with a double leg takedown, looking for the sharpshooter. Chavo kicks him off. Benoit collides into Vickie. She crashes to the floor. Chavo tries a quick roll-up for 2, but Benoit counters, grabs the arm, locks in the crippler crossface, and Chavo taps out. Winner and still US champion, Benoit. Backstage, Todd Grisham with Edge and Lita. Todd is standing by with Edge and Lita ahead of what will be Lita's final match.
Have you changed your mind, or are you still going to retire tonight?
Defiant as ever, says she's proud to be walking away.
The worst, inconsiderate, disrespectful things that people have said to me have been these idiots right here in Philadelphia.
She promises to embarrass Mickie James tonight before retiring on top.
As the greatest women's champion ever.
Edge chimes in saying Mickie is going to drop faster than
Donovan McNabb. Babe, that was for you.
I know.
He says Lita doesn't care what the fans think. She cares about the respect of her peers, and when DX humiliated her by throwing salami in her face, that was the breaking point.
As long as, in the end, they laugh. Well, tonight, DX is going to get hurt.
Tonight, Edge vows to destroy the Hardys just like in the old days, and then take out the ECW reject.
CM Punk.
After that, he says DX won't survive a 5-on-2 beating.
I might even invite Lita in to get a piece for herself.
As the two walk off, Crime Time is seen sneaking into Lita's locker room and stealing her belongings.
You ain't seen nothing.
Women's Championship match. Lita versus Mickie James. Lita's retirement match. We get started quick as Mickie slaps Lita across the face and the fight is on. Mickie takes control early with boots and drives Lita into the corner before choking her on the ropes. Lita battles back and tosses Mickie to the corner, landing a monkey flip and following with stiff rights and boots. Mickie tries to fight back with shots of her own, but Lita throws her down hard and continues the assault. Lita tosses Mickie again and mocks the crowd. Mickie hits a quick clothesline, but Lita cuts her off and slams her down hard from the top rope, but before laying in clubbing shots to the back. She chokes Mickie on the ropes and hits a knee drop for 2. Mickie starts firing back, but Lita cuts her off with a Russian leg sweep for another near fall. The crowd lets Lita have it, chanting at her relentlessly. Lita with a snap suplex for 2, then locks in a sleeper hold with body scissors applied. Mickie reaches the ropes to break the hold. Lita heads up top but misses a crossbody. Mickie recovers and climbs the ropes, but Lita meets her and brings her crashing down with a back suplex. Back and forth strikes follow. Mickie fires up, connects with a clothesline and gets a near fall. She follows with a spin kick and then a fisherman's suplex for another 2 count. Mickie tries for the primal DDT, but Lita counters. Mickie looks for a head scissors, but Lita counters again. Lita heads to the top rope and connects with a big moonsault. 1, 2, no. Mickie kicks out and Lita's furious. Lita tries for the DDT, but Mickie counters with a roll-up for 2. They go back and forth with near falls, with Lita coming out on top, until Mickie catches her with a boot and hits the Mickie DDT. 1, 2, 3. Winner and new WWE Women's Champion, Mickie James. Lita, clearly frustrated, asks Lillian Garcia for the mic. And she says,
"Let's hear it for the greatest women's champion of all time, Lita!"
The crowd drowns her in boos.
We're giving you a resounding boo.
Disrespectful people! I don't understand!
Lita snaps, yelling at the fans,
This is how you repay me?
asking why they're being so disrespectful.
I am disgusted disgusted
and says she can't think of a more fitting crowd
to leave in front of.
with complete disdain.
Yo, 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 yo.
Then Crime Time shows up,
No, what is that? Then I demand respect.
wheeling out a box full of Lita's personal belongings.
This is my turn. My turn.
She's furious, demanding to know what they're doing. JTG says they found a box
Full of your stuff.
and figured since it's her last night, they'd throw it.
A tribute sale. We're going to have us a wholesale. Wholesale.
They start selling her things to the crowd, taking cash for everything.
Everything must go. Everything must go.
JTG pulls out
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Monostat.
and Lita insists she bought it for a friend. They sell it anyway.
$1? Come on.
Everything must go.
Next up, her panties. JBL walks over and says
I'm the only guy in America that doesn't have a copy of her panties.
he takes a whiff and pays with a huge bill. Then, in one of the wildest moments, they find a vibrating item in the box.
Did you find that?
What is that?
The crowd roars as they sell it for $25. Finally, they announce the last item for sale,
It's big, it's wide, and everybody likes it. Lita's box. Lita's box.
a big box. Lita loses it as they auction it off for $20, capping off one of the most outrageous and disrespectful send-offs in wrestling history.
You wonder why I'm leaving. You wonder why I'm leaving. You people are so disrespectful.
We roll into the traditional Survivor Series elimination match featuring DX, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels as co-captains alongside CM Punk and the Hardy Boys, taking on Rated RKO, Edge, and Randy Orton, with teammates Johnny Nitro, Gregory Helms, and Mike Knox, joined by Melina and Kelly at ringside. Triple H and Mike Knox start the match, but before locking up, Triple H notices Kelly at ringside. He asks her to flash the crowd. Mike Knox, not pleased, steps up to defend her and eats sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels. 1, 2, 3, Knox is eliminated in just 45 seconds. HBK turns to Triple H and asks, who was that? Sending Knox and Kelly to the back. Nitro enters next and trades quick reversals with HBK, but HBK rolls out and hugs Melina, freaking her out. Back inside, it's all DX as HBK tags in Jeff Hardy. Jeff connects with a boot, then a clothesline. Matt tags in and the Hardys hit a double elbow drop / fist combo for a near fall. Helms tags in for his squad and dumps Matt off the ropes. Edge tags in and stomps away, mocking Matt along the way. Orton and Nitro tag in at various points to keep Matt grounded, with stomps and holds. Matt finally breaks free with a side effect and dives for the tag. CM Punk enters to a massive ovation. Kicks to Nitro, followed by a running elbow and that patented high knee bulldog combo. Matt gives Nitro a little payback, stunning him into the urinage, and Punk slaps on the Anaconda Vice. Nitro taps out at the 5-minute mark, sending him and Melina to the back, leaving Helms and Lita's Rated RKO's members Edge and Randy Orton. Edge jumps in next, but Punk cuts him off with a boot and starts pounding away in the corner until Orton sneaks in and knocks Punk down. Helms tags in and punishes Punk with kicks and a facelock, softening the ribs. Punk tries to fight back, but Orton tags in. Punk battles up with the crowd firmly behind him, but walks into an RKO. Orton covers, but HBK makes the save. Edge in next and sets up for a spear, but Punk dodges. Both crawl, hot tag to Triple H and Helms. Triple H unloads with high knees to Helms and Orton, hits a knee breaker and goes for a pedigree. Edge breaks it up. Jeff and Shawn fly in with stereo planchas to the outside on Edge and Orton. Back in, HHH hits a spine buster on Helms. Matt tags in and delivers the twist of fate. Jeff goes up top. Swanton bomb. 1, 2, 3, Helms is eliminated at 9:30. Now it's 5-on-2, Edge and Orton are left. They tease walking out with their titles, but the Hardys chase them down and drag them back to the ring. DX and Punk are waiting. They unleash a full assault. Edge gets caught with sweet chin music. 1, 2, 3. Edge is gone at 10:38. Randy Orton is alone. He looks around and realizes he's completely outnumbered. He tries to escape into the crowd, but the Hardys and Punk drag him back into the ring. One more sweet chin music, a pedigree from Triple H, and it's over. Team DX wins in a clean sweep. Backstage, Kristal tries to interview Mr. Kennedy.
We are moments away from the first blood match against The Undertaker.
That this is the biggest match of my career.
MVP pops up
You need to talk to me right quick.
and cuts in. He mocks Kennedy for having Vaseline on his face,
This is what boxers use. I said you don't get cracked open in your first blood match tonight with Undertaker, okay?
joking about his appearance. MVP reminds everyone he just beat Kane on SmackDown and says he'll eliminate him again later tonight. He adds that he's confident Kennedy will win his match too.
Bust Undertaker's head open.
Despite Kennedy throwing him under the bus,
twice.
To the Brothers of Destruction, MVP says if things go sideways,
Got you, dog.
Kennedy doesn't respond, and he just walks away. We see King Booker and Queen Sharmell. Sharmell tells him that once he wins tonight, Batista will never get another title shot again. Booker reminds her, and the world,
I beat Batista within an inch of his life. I beat him with the royal scepter.
Booker declares this will be the bitter end for Batista. He calls himself
The king of the ring, the champion of champions, and still
and soon to remain the World Heavyweight Champion. Teddy Long makes his way out to the ring. He reminds everyone that Batista has signed the declaration. This is his final shot at the world title.
Then this will be his final opportunity.
But there's more.
But however, if King Booker gets himself counted out, or if he even gets himself disqualified, then we will have a new World Heavyweight Champion.
If King Booker is counted out or disqualified, he will lose the championship. World Heavyweight Championship match. Batista versus King Booker with Queen Sharmell. Batista doesn't wait. He charges down the aisle and attacks King Booker during his royal entrance. He pummels the king with big right hands, tackling him down and unloading more fists. In the ring, off the ropes, Booker backs Batista into the corner and unloads with rapid-fire chops. But the animal fires back with stiff elbows, rocking the king. Batista then grabs Booker and slams his face into the top turnbuckle. Batista hits a suplex and goes for the Batista bomb early. Booker slips out and rolls to the floor. Sharmell begs him not to get counted out, and the king returns to the ring. He goes for a rope stun, but Batista counters with a shoulder block, followed by a slam for another near fall. Batista follows with a pair of clotheslines and a 2 count. Batista chokes Booker over the ropes, but the king turns the tide with a hot shot and goes after the throat. He lands a super kick for 2. Chops from the king, but Batista fires back until an eye poke cuts him off. Booker follows up, but Batista catches him with a side slam and then a jackhammer for a near fall. Booker hits the knees, but Batista counters again. Bossman slam. 2 count. They brawl on the apron, and Batista knocks Booker into the ring. Sharmell grabs Batista's leg, and Booker capitalizes by kicking him into the barricade. As the ref is distracted by Sharmell, Booker sends Batista crashing into the steps. Back inside, Booker covers with his feet on the ropes. Still just 2. He stomps away, but Batista fights back again. Leaping sidekick by the king nearly wins it. Chinlock applied, but Batista powers out. The animal goes wild. Rights, corner clothesline, and a belly-to-belly slam. Another pair of clotheslines follows. Batista sends Booker crashing into the steel steps. Then, surprisingly, Batista heads to the top rope. Flying shoulder tackle connects for 2. Booker turns the tide. Royal bookend. 1, 2, no. Batista kicks out. Off the ropes, big boot by Batista. Batista bomb 1, King Booker gets a hand on the ropes. Sharmell slides in the title belt. Batista grabs her and thinks about the Batista bomb, but instead tosses her aside. Booker swings with the belt, misses. Batista snatches the title and blasts Booker in the face. Cover 1, 2, 3. Winner and new World Heavyweight Champion, Batista. The animal regains the gold, ending the reign of royalty for now. Survivor Series 2006 really missed the mark for the WWE Women's Division. If you were a woman associated with WWE's men's roster at Survivor Series 2006, this was not your night. Every single female manager or valet lost. Vickie Guerrero, and watched him tap out to Chris Benoit. Kelly got sent to the back within the first minute of the 5-on-5 match after Knox got super kicked out of existence by Shawn Michaels. Melina, eliminated alongside Nitro before Gregory Helms. That says enough. Lita didn't even accompany Melina or Kelly to ringside. And to top it all off, she watched her rated RKO teammates Edge and Orton get clean swept. Kinda ironic considering it was her final night. 0 revenge, 0 momentum, and a disrespectful goodbye from the fans. And finally, Queen Sharmell. She watched her king get dethroned. Batista ended Booker T's world title reign, and with that, ended the royal era. For now. This was a clean sweep of losses, disrespect, a rough night. Mickie James was the 2006 sole survivor, the only woman to pick up a win tonight. And to make matters worse, the women didn't even get a Survivor Series match. Tell me your thoughts on Survivor Series down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content like this.